Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our channel. As usual, I want to appreciate you for being part of this channel. Mr. Moitalel OLEKENTA is the ODM gubernatorial aspirant in Narok. He also doubles up as the current member of Narok North constituency. He is one of the foot soldiers of Raila in Narok County, together with Ledama OLEKENTA, who is also vying for a senatorial position. Now, yesterday, Mr. OLEKENTA caused a lot of jitters in ODM and Kenya and AZIMIO la Umoja when he was caught on live camera campaigning for William Samoei Ruto.
Pia ikija mambo ya president, mimi ni mtu wa ODM, sivyo? Mimi sitawaambia mpe mtu wa ODM, nyinyi ni watu wa AZIMIO, sivyo? No, nyinyi ni watu wa UDA, sivyo? Lea mtu yenu rais. Hiyo sio shida kwangu, sivyo? Ndio mimi nasikia mzuri sana na nimesema asante. Mnasema Kenda na nani? Bas. Kwa hivyo hata msikia kitu akisema Kenda na Raila msijali, sababu mimi sitafuti kitu ya rais.
This caused a lot of division in terms of opinions, while others thought that this was a non-issue. Others felt that Mr. OLEKENTA has got secret motives. And the debate went on even online because some of the UDA supporters really praised OLEKENTA. Even the constitutional lawyer, Mr. Ahmed Nasir, tweeted praising OLEKENTA and said that their problems are united. But I want to ask you, if you are from Narok, if you are an ODM supporter or a UD supporter, to what extent can you go if you visit an area that you feel is the bedroom of your opponent? How do you approach such a situation? If you're watching our channel for the first time, kindly take a moment and subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you when we do another video like this. Also, remember to like our videos and share them if you can. To our subscribers, I really want to take this opportunity to thank you very much. This channel cannot grow without your support. I appreciate you. Now, personally, I feel that Mr. OLEKENTA really stretched this too far, because I understand that he was in a place called is it Kadir or something? There is a name to that place. It is an area that is believed to be a UDA area. Most of the people who live there are believed to be Ruto supporters. And so many believe that OLEKENTA was just trying to play his cards safe, because as a governor, he needs their support too. So a country is so big, so you go to some areas where you really know these are not your supporters. But I personally want to disagree with Mr. OLEKENTA, because if you go ahead and campaign for your opponent, then it means that you are presenting yourself as someone who has lost hope, and you are presenting an element of fear. Campaigns that are high octane like this that you are approaching is one that is like soldiers going to war. When you go to war or in a battle, you don't show your opponent that you are weak. You don't show them that you fear them, you don't show them that you're scared. So Mr. OLEKENTA, is campaigning and against Patrick Olentutu. Patrick Olentutu is the gubernatorial candidate for the UDA. And I just have a feeling, in my considered opinion, that he should have put a brave face. Even if he knew very well that those are UDA supporters, he should have campaigned for his presidential candidate. Because as you can see in that video, he was saying that in fact he's the one who, it is like the one who suggested to them that nyinyi ni watu wa UDA. I know you are UDA supporters. I've seen Raila goes to Eldoret, knowing very well that Eldoret is the bedrock of William Samoei Ruto, but he still drums up support for his party. Even Wajakoya was in Kisumu, and he knows very well that Kisumu is the support base for Raila Amolo Odinga, but Wajakoya campaigned and drummed up support for his roots party. So Mr. Olentutu should have just gone there, campaigned for Raila Odinga, because by the end of the day, it is a choice. By the end of the day, it is a choice. You should not show that you're weak. You should not try to compromise anything just because you want the support of your opponent. The other thing that really, came out very crystal clear is the fact that Olentutu manifested a kind of an I don't care attitude, because in his statement, he said that Mimi Sisimami Rais, I'm not vying for the presidency, and therefore it doesn't matter who gets it. You see, this is very funny, because when you are vying for any position under any party or coalition, your main concern should be the top. If you look at most of the aspirants in different offices, from the MCA, the Member of Parliament, Member of Senate, to the women rep, all, for example, under the AZIMIO, they all campaign and they say that they support Raila Amolo Odinga. In fact, one of their main concern is to ensure that their presidential candidate gets to State House. Some will even sacrifice their own position just to ensure that their presidential candidate carries the day. And when you see, or you heard OLEKENTA saying that he doesn't care who gets to State House as long as he gets his, in a way it presents an element of selfishness, because campaigns is a collective responsibility. All the teams must stay together, must preach the same gospel. There is no way you can go to someone's stronghold and you start campaigning for yourself and you say that you don't care who gets the top. That is an element of selfishness that should not be there at all. I also believe that OLEKENTA was giving us an impression that he wants to work with William Samoei Ruto. I'm looking at the difference between willing to work with someone and trying to want to work with him. It is true that as a governor, if you get to that office and then your presidential candidate does not win, you must work with the national government. For example, if OLEKENTA is voted as the governor, and then, for example, Ruto wins, he must work. He has no choice but to work, because the national government and the county government should and must work together. And there's no problem with that. But you see, that will only happen after August polls. That is when you know who you're working with. But then when you're still campaigning, you need to take a stand, a firm stand, and say that you're supporting your presidential candidate. And so OLEKENTA was like trying to endear himself to the people who support William Ruto and to William Ruto himself. His statements and actions, you see, are open to interpretation, and many believe that that is what he was doing. He also gave the opponent something to talk about. He gave them the strength. The opponents now have the audacity, to talk about this. In fact, they're saying that Olekentai has thrown the towel. He is afraid. He knows very well. In fact, they have not. It's not narrowing down to the gubernatorial seat now, because the Kenya Kwanza team are now saying that these are signs and symptoms that Ruto is leading and that Raila is losing. So what OLEKENTA did, in my opinion, is something that should not be emulated by any aspirant. But there's something that I think was also being stretched too far. The Kenya Kwanza team were really rejoicing, and they were building a mountain out of a molehill. It was like a non-issue, because on further scrutiny, many reached a conclusion that it was just playing safe. He was just playing his cards very safe, and they had expected that this would create a commotion within Kenya Kwanza, that it will create a commotion in the in the ODM, but it did not, because
90% nimesema Kenda. Kwa hivyo sasa nani atasema atashindana na mimi? Hakuna. Ile ingine ningeomba wale wanasiasa wa Twitter ambao ndio wanaweka jana hiyo, tafadhali ndugu zanguni, Raila hata pata kura kwa Twitter, kuja ground muombe baba kura. Sio Twitter. Sio Twitter. Na tena mchunga mali ya county. Sababu kama mmekuwa uongozi miaka 5, mbona hamjawahi kusema mbona watoto wetu wanaumia hawana kazi? Mbona msemi pesa mara imeenda wapi? Mbona msemi watu wetu wanasumbuliwa? Mambo ya Mao, baba tumesema na ndio ya mwisho. Asante sana baba kwa kuturudishia Mao. Na mimi kama governor wa Narok, sababu nitakuwa hakuna mtu ataingia Mao tena. Mao tutafanya ikuwe tourist circuit ingine. Tutatengeneza huko ikuwe nature reserve. We can even import primates, ikuwe another circuit ya tourism. Na hakuna mtu ataki kuingia. Na jana niliwaambia watu wa Murwati, hakuna mtu ataingia, na wale walikuwa waliwauzia hewa. Waliwauzia hewa, sivyo? Sivyo? Miaka 10 iliyopita nimesimama nikasema Mao lazima irudi. Pengine kuna mmoja alikuja maybe baada ya mwaka 5 iliyopita na kufanya sijui nini ambaye ataieleweki. Hiyo sio kurudisha Mao. Kwa hivyo ninasema tumesimama na baba, na tena tumesema baba na Martha, na sitasahau rais wa nchi hii walikaa na baba wakasema hii nchi ni kubwa kuliko kila mtu. Na nasema hapa asante sana Rais Uhuru.
This was bad news to some of the Kenya Kwanza team who thought that this was that hell was breaking loose after this. And I think the senatorial candidate there, Mr. Ledama, must have taken this in bad faith, because in his statement, OLEKENTA, while affirming his support, was like giving a coded message to someone, and people think that it is Ledama that he was speaking to. He said that all those who are talking about what happened yesterday should not go to Twitter, because the presidential votes are not in the tweets. They should come to the ground and campaign for Raila. People think that he was giving a coded strong language to his friend there, Ledama, because Ledama must have, I think, tweeted in bad faith that OLEKENTA did a very bad thing. Now, what Raila did is that, first of all, his communication team, the director of ODM communication team, Mr. Philip Etale, tweeted and made it very categorical that there is nothing wrong that Mr. OLEKENTA did. In fact, he actually said that Mr. OLEKENTA was in an area perceived to be Ruto's strong base, and he was only playing safe, he was only playing tactful, just to ensure that he gets his numbers. And he also reiterated that the people of Narok have always stood by Raila Amolo Odinga, and they still believe that they will still vote for him come August 9th. I don't know what to think from where you are, because I understand that The Narok race is one that is very much complicated. It's actually clans play a very important role there. I think there are the Sunkulis and all that. It's a bit complicated. But do you think that based on what OLEKENTA did, do you think that it means that Ruto is winning? Does it mean that Raila is losing? I really want to know if there is someone who understands that area very well. Please tell me. But from where I am, I understand. I don't support what OLEKENTA did, but I think it bears no relevance to the allegation that Ruto is winning. I think Mr. OLEKENTA was only trying to play his cards very safe, but whatever he did can be ill-interpreted. That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you think.